छोटा वाला नमो बुद्धाय. Homage to the Triple Gem and homage to Pada Banteji, Kasapa Banteji, Pamaka Banteji, and all the Bhikkhu Sangha, and my dear venerable monks and Upasakas and Upasikas. We welcome all of you to today's Sunday program, Sunday Dhamma program. Every Sunday it is a great celebration for us to involve in puja, meditation, and Dhamma teachings, Dhamma learnings. Whole day we have got these programs. Today we will start with the puja now. And today's puja we specially dedicate to few people who are offering Sanghadana today, lunch for the monks. Mr. Murthy Devarakonda, Mr. Anurag Devarakonda, and Mrs. Rashmi Devarakonda on the occasion of Anurag's graduation. So may the blessings of Triple Gem be with all of you, all your family, and especially Anurag. May he come up in his life with lot of happiness, peace, good health, and prosperity, and most important of all, the wisdom and compassion to live a wonderful, meaningful life. And so also we dedicate to puja to Upasika Meera Amma and Upasaka Anjan K. Roy, and that is every first Sunday of the month they are offering this Sanghadana. May they all be happy and may they enjoy best of health. And today we also dedicate puja in the name of all of you who are online here and who have come here for you and all your family members. And today also birthday of yesterday actually birthday of Pushpa, our architect. May she and her family also be healthy and happy. Today we dedicate merits to her also. Most important, today is the birthday of Rajendra Bhante. He is the senior most Bhanteji in Tripura, Mahabodhi Suknachari. Today is his birthday. May he be healthy and may he keep blessing us, guiding us, and may we all progress towards enlightenment. So we dedicate to him also. लग रहा है Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivareni Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammam Sopatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sangham Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Iti piso Bhagava Arahang Samma Sambuddho Vecacharana Sampanno Sugato Lokavido Anotaro Purisa Dhamma Sarathi Sattha Deva Manusanam Buddho Bhagavati Namo Tassa Samma Sambuddhassa Ye cha Buddha Atita cha Ye cha Buddha Anagata Paccuppanna Ye Buddha Aham Vandami Sapadanati Me Saranam Buddho Me Saranam Varam Ye Tena Satya Vajjena Hotu Te Jaya Mangalam Uttamangena Padapam Savarotamam Bodheyo Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditthiko Akaliko Ye Upanaiko Pajatam Veditabo Vinyo Hiti Namo Tassa Kasa Dhammasa Ye Cha Dhamma Atita Cha Ye Cha Dhamma Paccuppanna Cha Ye Dhamma Aham Vandami Sabbadanati Anyang Dhammo Me Saranam Varam Ye Tena Satya Vajjena Uttamangena Vandehang Dhammang Chatividhang Varam Kalito Doso Dhammo Khamatu Dhammamang Dhammang Yavanipana Saranam Gacchami Sopatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Vajjapatipanno Savaka Sangho Nyayapatipanno Bhagavato Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidam Chattari Purisa Atha Purisa Puggala Yesa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Avhaneyo Dakhineyo Pugala Mahasanghasa Yecha Sangha Yecha Sangha Anagata Pachupanna Chaye Sangha Aham Vandami Sabbadhanati Saranang Anya Sangho Me Saranang Varang Yetena Hota Te Jaya Mangalam Votamangena Vandeham Sangham Chati Vidotamang Sangheyo Sangho Kamatu Tammamam Sangham Yavani Vana Pariyantam Saranam Yevang Buddhang Sarantanam Dhammang Sangham Cha Bhikkhavo Bhayam Tatang Valo Mahang Sonahe Sati Ghanasara Paditena Tamadhang Sinati Lokadipang Sambuddhang Pujayami Tamonu Gandha Sambhara Yuktena Dupena Pujaye Pujaniyang Tang Puja Etang Kusuma Santating Pujayami Munindasa Siri Sarorhe Pujemi Buddhang Kusumena Nena Punyena Popang Milayati Yatha Idam Me Kayo Tatha Yati Vinasam Nirodha Samapatito Uddahitva Nisinnasaviya Bhagavato Himina Dipena Dropena Popena Pujemi 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 Imande Pado Papo Papo Jadi Nama Paceka Buddhanang Agasavakanang Mahasavakanang Arahantanang Pakati Silang Aham Pete Sanganuvatako Homi Imani Pop Mane na pesuvanang gandhe na pesugandhang sandhane Kepameva do bandhang do gandhang do santhanang papunisati Sabbe dhamma anattati imaya dhamma nu dhamma patipatiya buddham pujemi imaya dhamma nu dhamma patipatiya dhammam pujemi imaya dhamma nu dhamma patipatiya Vandami cetiyam sabang sabatane supatetitam sare Mahabodhing buddharupam sakaram sada Yasamule nisinno vasabhari vijayam akar
Vande tang bodhipadapam yime yete mahabodhi lokanathena pujitang aham pite bodhiraja namachute. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa vipatti pativahaya sabba sampatti siddhya sabba dukkham vinasaya sabba bhayam vinasaya Sabbarogan vinasaya bhavedegayukadayakan Sabbalokan hitataya paritandam vanamahe Samanta cakkavalesu atra gachantu devata Saddhamman munirajasa sunantu sagamokadam Dhamma savana kalu ayam bhadanta Dhamma savana kalu ayam bhadanta Pareta savana kalu ayam bhadanta Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Karaniya matha kusalena yantang santang abhisamecha sako vajocha sojocha suvacho mudvanati mani santo sakocha subharocha vapake Ukavote santendreyocha nipakocha apagapokulesu Nachakodang samachare kinchi yena venyo pare Sokino makemino honto sabbe sata bhavantu Eke cipana bhutati tasavathavara Dighava He chadure vasante avidure bhutava sambhave seva Bhavantu sukhitata na paro paramiko betha nyati manyeta Panchi vyaro sana patika sanya nanya manya sadukamichaya mata Putanga yosaye kaputamanurake yevan pesapa Manasang bhavaye aparimanang metancha sabbalokasming manang udhang adhocha tiriyang cha asang badhang averang Tethang charang nisinno vasayano vayavatat savigatamito yetam Brahmametang viharang idamaho deteng chanupagamma silava Kame suvinaya gedhang nahi jato gabhaseyam punareti te dukha patachani Bhaya patachani bhaya soka patachani soka ye pipanino etena sachavajena sotite hotu sapadaye Vajena sabadukha vinasato etena sachavajena Vinasato etena sachavajena sabbaroga vinasato etena Hotu te jaya mangalam etena sachavajena patu te Sabetyo vivajanto sabbarogo vinasato mate bhavatvantarayo Dighayo ko bhava bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena Bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata sabba dhammam Bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata sabba Bhavena sada sote bhavantu te nakhataya kabhotanam Nivarana pareta sanubhavena hantu te upadave devo Sasa sampatti hetu ca vedo bhavatu loko ca raja Yando nimitang avamangalang ca yo ca manapo sakuna sasadu Doso pinangakantang buddhanubhavena vinasamento yang dunim avamangalang ca yo ca manapo sakuna sasadu papagaho Akantang dhammanubhavena vinasamento yang nimitang Yo camana sakuna sasadho papagaho dosopinang Sanghanubhavena vinasamento akasatha ca bhummatha Mahitika punyantang anumodetva cirang rakhantu sasanang ajrang rakhantu desanang Rakhantu mam parang yetavata ca amyehi Sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe deva Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabbe satta anumodantu Sabba sampatti siddhya nibbana sampatti siddhya idang no jnatinang hotu Sukhita hontu jnatayo idang no jnatinang hotu Sukhita hontu jnatayo sabbe buddha balapata Anang cayam balang arahantanang cate senara Nami sabbaso sabbe dhamma balapata ariya satchanang dhamma chakka satejena rakham bandhami sabbaso sabbe sangha Vimotanang chayang balang sasana satejena mandami sabbaso kayena vacha chittena pamadena maya katam acchayam khamame bhante Gore panya tathagata ayena vacha pamadena maya katang acchayam khamame dhammo sandeteko akaliko ayena vacha chittena pamadena maya katang acchayam khamame sangho punyaketang anuttaram yemina punya kamena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hoto yavani panapatiya idam me punya kamma asavakkayam vaham hotu sabba dukkha pamuccato nibbana sapacayo hotu sadhu sadhu sadhu.
Namo Buddhaya. We have done puja, we offered our homage to the Buddha Vandana, Dhamma Vandana, Sangha Vandana. We recollected the qualities of the triple gem. The qualities of the triple gem are to be developed. Those qualities we can develop, we can also experience. They are not the qualities just to praise or admire, but to recollect and develop within our hearts. When we develop these qualities, when we contemplate on these qualities, we also can develop these qualities. When we contemplate these qualities, when we bring in our heart the qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, then the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha becomes part of us, part of our life. And once they become part of our life, they are a very powerful protection. Just like when we have this light, darkness cannot enter here. Darkness just cannot come. So the qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha are like light. No negative force, influence, or anything bad that can come near to you once you are lighted with these the power, the blessings of these qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. So to develop these qualities, we go for refuge. Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, Dhammang Saranang Gacchami, Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. We again and again we go for refuge and develop. So what is the way of developing? Following the path of Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. That's why you take Trisarana and Panchashila. With this understanding, with full of faith, to make Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha your own part, please take Trisarana and Panchashila. And before that, you can take Khamayachana, that is seeking forgiveness for whatever wrongs have been done by way of bodily action, verbal action, and mental action. I request Pamoka Bhanteji to administer.
Kamami kamidavan sukino bawandu. Yamang vadami dhammareta. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami, dhammam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, dutiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami, dutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, tatiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami, tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Tisarana Gamanam Paribonam Panati Pata Veramani Sikhaparam Samadhiyami Adina Dana Veramani Sikhaparam Samadhiyami Kame Sumechachara Veramani Sikhaparam Samadhiyami Musawada Veramani Sikhaparam Samadhiyami Suramiraya Meja Bamadatana Veramani Sikhaparam Samadhiyami Tisaranena Sabencha Silan Daman Sarugan Surakidan Gadoa Abamadena Silan Sambadeta
ಈಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಧ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡೋಣ. We will meditate now. Please sit comfortably. Close your eyes and feel relaxed. Smile and feel relaxed. Feel peaceful and calm. Remember the Buddha, supremely enlightened teacher. Pay homage and feel fortunate. I am immensely fortunate. Immensely fortunate because, first of all, I am born as human being. The birth of human being is very, very rare. And after being born, I'm very fortunate for getting this body and mind quite well enough to live comfortably and to progress further. I am very fortunate for getting this great opportunity to hear the Dhamma. It's a great, great blessing that we have this opportunity to learn the Dhamma, practice the Dhamma. Which means you have lot of deposits in your heart You have done a lot of Dhamma practice earlier. That's why you are able to get in contact with the Dhamma and further progress. And feel fortunate that you have the opportunity to be born in the time of Buddha Sasana. That means when Lord Buddha's teachings are still present and available. Feel fortunate that you are able to hear, see the birth of the Buddha, the teaching of the Buddha. Everything is available in this world. If this was not available, what would be? What kind of understanding, what kind of thoughts, what kind of guidance I would have taken without the Supreme Buddha? So feel fortunate. Human life is so precious. Only human beings, compared to animals, can progress. Human beings can reach the states of enlightenment. So this human birth has come because of great, great merits, punya. So in your mind, tell to yourself, I'm so fortunate to have come across all these blessings of human birth, and after being born as human being, good mind and good body, good knowledge, good wisdom, compassion. May I grow in this, coming in contact with the Buddha's teachings. All these are blessings. Smile and feel fortunate. Appreciate yourself and tell to yourself, I will not misuse this life, or I will not waste, unuse this precious body and mind, this precious life, this precious capacity to feel, to perceive, then to understand. Why should I waste? There is limitless ability to produce happiness, contentment, joy and love for oneself and for others. Why should I waste? Whether there are favorable conditions or unfavorable conditions, pleasant conditions or unpleasant conditions. From every situation, I can learn and come up in life. Why should I waste? Let me grow on the path of happiness, not on the path of suffering, on the path of wisdom, not on the path of ignorance, on the path of contentment, not on the path of dissatisfaction. All that is possible. Just visualize your smiling face and tell to yourself, I have got all this capacity. I am a wonderful person. If I can develop progress in a very positive way, now focus your mind on breathing for a few minutes. When you breathe in and when you breathe out, you can feel your breath. You can focus on your nostrils. You can feel your breath inside the nostrils or at the end or tip of the nostrils, below the nostrils. Just focus in this entire area. You can feel the breath. When there is in-breath, just know that it is in-breath. When there is out-breath, just know that it is out-breath. Do nothing else. Knowing, that's very important. To know, you should be mindful. Just be mindful. Mindful means you are attentive. Your mind is fully there on the breath. Mindfully, you watch in breath as in breath, out breath as out breath. So when you practice this, you are practicing to develop mindfulness, awareness of what is happening. And you develop panya, to know exactly in breath is in breath, that is the reality. Out breath is out breath, that is the reality. So accustom your mind to flow with reality because it is accustomed to flow with unreality most of the time. So with this meditation, with mindfulness, you bring your mind to the present, and with wisdom, you accustom your mind to see the fact, to see the truth. In breath is in breath, finished. Then out breath. You don't hang on to the earlier breath. You just let go. What is gone is gone. There is fresh breath again. So with understanding, you see as it is, and with understanding you let go. With every breath, develop better understanding. Let go the past. Start fresh with the new one, new breath. Understand it. In life, it's always possible to start afresh, progress, develop. So this is the beauty and the possibility that the Supreme Buddha tells us, that we can change and progress. Smile and visualize a smiling face. Wish yourself, may I be peaceful and happy. May I be free from harm and dangers, fear, worries, and sickness. May I be free from greed, hatred, ignorance, and progress on the path of Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. Moral purification, mental purification, and wisdom purification on the path of happiness. This is the precious gift you can give to yourself in your life. Don't miss to give this gift of happiness, true happiness, through wonderful life. May all my family members be peaceful and happy. Visualize their smiling faces and give metta, loving kindness. May all my relatives, friends be happy. All of us sitting here in this hall, in this beautiful Vihara, Lokashanti Buddha Vihara, may all of us be peaceful and happy. Spread your loving kindness to all the people in this area, Gandhinagar, in Bangalore, Karnataka, India. May all be peaceful and happy. May all be free from sufferings. I don't hate even a single person, but I love all. Spread your metta to whole world. May all people on this earth be happy and well. May all beings on this earth, all creatures on this earth, may all beings be happy and well. May they be free from suffering. And spread your loving kindness to whole universe. May all beings in the universe be happy, be peaceful. Bhavatu sabba mangalam, rakhantu sabba devata, sabbabudhanubhavena sabbadhammanubhavena sabbasanghanubhavena sada suthi bhavantu te. I hope you enjoyed this meditation. Try to practice daily, and it will be very, very helpful. It will give power to your mind. Mind needs power for both. One purpose is to overcome negativities, and the other purpose is to go forward, to develop. For that you need strength of the mind. So this is how you get the strength of the mind. So, my dears, today we have Dhamma Discourse. Venerable Bhikkhu Sugatananda Bhanteji, he will be giving the Dhamma Discourse today. And today we have also very interesting topic, Dhamma for the youth, especially.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Buddhang dhammang sanghang namasami. Homage to the Triple Gem. And welcome to all of you, those who are here and those who are joining online. And I guess some of the lay devotees requested for a Dhamma talk on the Dhamma for the youth, which is good. Are they here by any chance? Who requested? Okay. You have a problem sitting on the cushion? Difficulties? Then sit on the cushion, please. Don't take comfort. I'm a little tough man. You have difficulties sitting on the cushion? Maybe your son can sit. I can still permit you because you are aged. So, the first lesson you have learned, take the trouble. If you take the trouble, then you become great. If you don't take the trouble, you become nothing. Take the trouble. That's the first lesson. So Supreme Buddha took a lot of trouble by fulfilling his paramis when he was practicing as a bodhisattva. A lot of trouble, unimaginable trouble. You can't even think how much sacrifice he made. beyond your comprehension, life after life, kalpas after kalpas. Out of compassion for the sentient beings, so that one day he can be the Supreme Buddha, supremely enlightened, the wisest of all beings, and could teach the Dhamma which will lead to happiness, which will lead to freedom from suffering. So we are fortunate that this Dhamma is here. This, one of the qualities of the Dhamma, we say, is akaliko, timeless. So it gives result. It gives result today. It gave results thousands of years before. It will give results thousands of years later as well. Because Lord Buddha was not teaching concerning about rites and rituals and cultures and practices and anything. He was teaching the most fundamental of all things, how this body works, how this mind works, how the suffering arises, how the suffering ceases. He was teaching the most fundamental, most scientific Dhamma. So it is valid for all times, akaliko, timeless teachings. There were Buddhas in the past, many. This is our Buddha, our Supreme Buddha, Lord Gautama, is not the only Buddha who had arisen in this world. There were many in the past. And in future also many will arise. And it's not a matter of just one Buddha teaching one way, another Buddha teaching another way. All the Buddhas who have arisen, who will arise, will teach of these Four Noble Truths. This is fundamental of our lives. There is dissatisfaction, there is cause, there is ending, there is a path leading to the ending of dissatisfaction. So, a lot of time goes by, Buddhas arise, they teach, and then they attain Mahaparinibbana. In future, the Buddhas again arise. It's a huge, incalculable time, aeons and aeons. Many Big Bangs have come and gone by. Now some of the scientists, for example, Roger Penrose is also talking about this, kind of agreeing that there were many Big Bangs before this particular Big Bang we talk about, and there will be in future. Some of you might have heard of Roger Penrose, or you can just go Google. He's a very well-known mathematician and scientist, also I think a Nobel laureate. Some of the scientists are not really scientifically minded, so they are still opposing. I don't call them scientists. Scientists should have open mind. So when a very renowned scientist is saying such a theory, such a thing is possible, they should have an open mind. But some of the scientists are still saying it's not possible. I guess they will understand, or maybe next after some generations they will agree, yes. Lord Buddha anyways told there were many such world expansions and contractions in the Aganya Sutta. Of course, he didn't have to rely on Roger Penrose or anybody. Being the supremely enlightened teacher of gods and men, the wisest of all beings, he knew what is what. So the thing is, Dhamma for the youth. Lord Buddha was teaching Dhamma for all. Young people, old people, rich people, poor people, everybody used to come to him. Everybody. Kings, princes, paupers, everybody. And he would teach. He would guide them up to enlightenment. So it was something that is universally applicable because it is connected with our own hearts. The nature of human heart as it was in the past or now or will be future, it has certain ways of functioning. That is fundamental. There is either wholesome factors or unwholesome factors. When we develop these good factors, kindness, compassion, generosity, broadness, virtuous conduct, meditation, then it opens up to newer horizons. When we do not cultivate these things, then it gets constricted and becomes burdened, heavy, like a rock. So people nowadays, especially the young people, those who are studying or doing work maybe after studying, younger people, I no longer belong to that category. I guess I've already crossed 40, so I can call myself old person safely. Anyways, so the thing is, the so-called young people, now they have a lot of opportunities these days because of opening up of the markets, because of many new opportunities like educational opportunities and other job opportunities and so many things. So these opportunities are giving them a lot of material success, which is good, which we should appreciate, that it is good that people are getting material success. Material success is important. If people are not having material success, then maybe they are too busy or too burdened with their life, and they may not have opportunity to practice the Dhamma. If they have to struggle whole day, whole night, especially lay people, for earning their livelihood, it is difficult for them to focus on Dhamma. So material success is necessary. Even the Lord Buddha said material success. In youth, he said, why either one should have, if they are spiritually minded, then they can practice the Dhamma, become a monk or a nun and practice and try to be enlightened. If they are living a lay life, they should focus on earning money, earning wealth by hard work and their skills. That is necessary. But then, along with all these technologies and opportunities and things, there are a lot of distractions as well. Social media or similar things. Now, these things are there. But then, if we are smart enough, then we can use these things to our advantage, but not to our disadvantage. Like many of you might have in your school days, they used to write, they used to give an essay. Science is harmful for humankind or not, something like that. I had few occasions, it came in the exam, I guess. So the thing is, in its essence, it may not be. For example, now people discover medicines, people discover technologies, new technologies. Einstein, when he discovered E is equal to mc square, he wasn't planning to make an atom bomb, but then people with corrupted mind did. So the thing is, these social media or whatever these things, it has a positive, it can have a positive side. It has a positive side. It can positively impact the lives of the people. For example, now YouTube is there, and then we use it for broadcasting the Dhamma. So it has a positive side. So, and it may have a negative side. People spend too much time in YouTube, wasting their time. That's also possible. So what do we do? Whatever we do, one fundamental thing in our life is we use things with the right perspective, especially for young people, because now they have these opportunities which allows them to get educated and then earn money and to be successful in material terms, which is good. But then one should also have a grounding. And that grounding starts from the right approach to things. And that the right approach is whatever we may have, whether we have a good job or success or money or education or whatever we have, we use it for the right purpose. The purpose should be right. Why do we eat the food? We monks do a chanting, Lord Buddha has taught us. Not to be fat, not to look good or handsome or beautiful, but to be healthy, but to be strong so that we can practice this Dhamma. So, lay people also can contemplate similarly. This is the nature of the food, to be healthy, to be strong, to be free from disease. If I don't eat, I fall sick. So I eat. To support this body, when we have this right perspective, and that similar right perspective, we wear clothes with that right perspective to protect ourselves from heat and cold and protect the modesty, etc. Similarly, we use the house, wherever, which house we live in. None of them are real houses, I must tell you, because you go there, stay there for some time, and then once you are dead, your relatives swiftly take away the dead body out of the house. Nobody I have ever seen or heard that after death people say, oh, this was my dearest relative, so let the body be here. They after death say, let it be taken out as quickly as possible. So that's not your real house. But anyways, for the conventional sense, let's call it a house. So that house you live in, the house we live in, that house has a purpose to protect ourselves against the environmental things, heat, cold, sun, or all these mosquitoes, insects, whatever. So everything that we use, similarly the social media, if you can connect with people in a good way, then it is wonderful. If you can spread a positive message through this, it is wonderful. If you have a phone through which you use the social media, the phone is for communication. It's a communication device. That is why the phone was started. Earlier the land phone, now this mobile phone. Communication device. So the purpose is to communicate. Communicate with, in what way? Communicate with goodness. Communicate with kindness. Communicate with metta karuna. Communicate in the right way, not to spread misinformation or wrong information. Communicate so that this communication leads to goodness in my heart. This communication leads to goodness in other people's hearts. So everything has a fundamental purpose. Our problem is we do not take the fundamental purpose. So for the young people especially, since they get carried away too easily with the things of the world, it is not I don't blame them much, because that grounding is not there. The grounding is required. The grounding is when we are able to see things with the right perspective. We are not carried away by the external wrappings. So that grounding has to be brought about. So that requires some training. I will talk about it. But before that, the thing is, whatever we have, we use it. First we go to the basics. We go to the basics, whether we have money, whether name or fame or money or success or whatever. We go to the basics. It has a purpose. If we have the wealth, we can use it for helping our family members and other people, or whatever dana or whatever you do, something good out of it. Something good. If we have the reputation, we use that reputation to help people. If we have the education, we use that education to, first of all, to maybe to be successful in our daily life, material life, and also to help other people, whatever big or small way we can. So we go to the basics. We always go to the basics. If we are going to the basics all the time, if we are trying to go back to the basics of everything, it has a purpose, it has a purpose. Always we recollect like this, it has a purpose. It has a purpose. Everything has a purpose. So we go back to the purpose, the right purpose, then we are grounded. And then, along with this ordinary day-to-day purpose, we add another purpose, a better purpose. That is what? That we use these things to develop our own hearts. We are not supposed to be the people who are to be carried away by these things. We use these things to develop our hearts. Whatever we have, wherever we are, we use our life, we use these things to connect to a bigger purpose, to develop our heart of goodness, heart of righteousness, heart of sila, heart of generosity, heart of metta, karuna, heart of samadhi, heart of wisdom. So we connect it like this. When the Bodhisattva fulfilled his paramis, life after life, many lives, as a young man, he would do like this. He would give away his wealth. He would try and sacrifice his life for other people. He would practice meditation so that he can teach other people, even as a young man, life after life, because he was connecting to the higher purpose. Of course, his purpose was the highest, to become a Supreme Buddha. I am not telling you you should become a Sammasambuddha. If you wish to become, you become. If you don't wish to become, it is up to you. But the thing is, he was connecting to a bigger purpose. The bottom line is, he was connecting to a bigger purpose. As human beings, we shouldn't unnecessarily disparage ourselves. Oh, I am not good enough. I am not like this. I am not like that. We shouldn't unnecessarily disparage or underestimate our potential. Also, we should not overestimate our potential. So, especially the young people, many of them have a lot of potential. They can not just be successful in the material way, they can be wonderful examples of other people in future. They can be good leaders, good scientists, good doctors. But that's not good enough, because I said previously, you connect to a bigger purpose. They can be wonderful human beings, a right person for others to emulate, a right person for others to follow. So that the ordinary purpose is to be successful in your life and to be good, but then that's not good enough. We connect it to a higher purpose, to be the right people, to be the right example. And then when I say to be the right example, and you look around and say, oh, my friends are not like this. I am trying to be the right example and my friends are not like this. My colleagues are not like this. My classmates are not like this. Am I wrong? Something wrong with them, or is something wrong? Is something wrong with me, or is something wrong with them? Probably something is wrong with them, because most people would not connect to the ordinary purpose itself, so leave alone the bigger purpose. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. But that's their problem. Let them be. Let them be. That's their problem. We can't change all the people. We can't change all the people. We can't change anybody. The only person we can change is ourselves. But if we really able to change, bring about anything good, anything noble, anything worthy within our own heart, then that change will positively, surely impact other people. Sometimes, maybe you are good, as a young person you are good, and you are trying to tell something to your friends, and then they don't listen. You don't go and fight with them, no need. Or you are trying to bring them to something good, something noble. They don't listen, they don't care. You don't fight with them. What do? You have equanimity, you have metta for them as well. You know, okay, they may not be wise enough to understand this at this point of time. And I will have metta for them still. I will have kindness and compassion for them still. As and when their time will come, they will understand. This may happen tomorrow, this may happen after 10 years, this may happen after 10 lives, I don't know. But we are the people who have this patience, we have this equanimity, we have this metta karuna. So then we can connect to the higher purpose. So we look at ourselves in a realistic way. Whatever our strengths are, we recognize them as strengths. Whatever our weaknesses are, we recognize them as our weaknesses. And then we build upon them. And then we build upon them to connect to the day-to-day purpose and also keep in mind the higher purpose. So this is how not just young people, anybody should go about doing their things in their day-to-day lives. Whether a layperson or a monk, we must know our strengths and weaknesses, and we must build upon the strength, we must cut down on our weaknesses. And then we must connect to the higher purpose of developing our heart of true goodness, true Dhamma, the wisdom. The highest thing is what? Highest thing is wisdom. Rightly knowing. When you have the wisdom, then you will automatically have the metta. When you will have the wisdom, you will have the metta. You will know these people also suffer. They have their suffering because their defilements are strong. You don't go and torture them. But sometimes you can be tough as well because you want them to learn in a better way. Not just being too relaxed or not just being too stiff. So that comes from our wisdom. That can't be given by other people. Now, when we are talking about young people, take the time of Lord Buddha, so many young people from the royal families to the manual scavengers and sweepers on the streets. So many young people came to him, learned the Dhamma, became arahants, great enlightened people, freed from all things, transcended the world, became arahants. So it's not that nowadays youth has the potential, previously they did not have. I would rather say previously the youth had a lot more potential because they could just become arahants, hearing one verse, two verse, or practicing for just some years, and they were freed from samsara. Now they are slightly less potential. I do not see such things happening now. People hearing one verses and becoming enlightened. The Supreme Buddha has attained Mahaparinibbana, and these great chief disciples, great disciples, and Patisambhida Jnanaharans have also attained Mahaparinibbana. So I do not see such things happening here, but it's not that you can't be great now. That's also not the case. If you are using these skills, then you can be great still now. You can be a wonderful person still now, or in future as well. Because we are human beings after all. We are born as human beings. We have the potential. We have the power to understand, to develop wisdom. We have this power. This power we are already endowed with. And this is a great power. The life of a human being is very rare. It is not just a random thing that we were born as human beings. We must have done enough good things to be born as human beings. So we have the potential now. Just that you have to keep on reminding yourself that I have the power to achieve the highest goodness. Keep on reflecting, keep on remembering, reflecting like this, contemplating like this. Then your heart will be rightly inclined. Yes, I can. I can do wonderful things. I can be a great person, not just successful in the material world, but also can be a wonderful person to be the right example for a whole lot of people. I can. So we give us the right kind of encouragement, not by underestimating, not by overestimating, but the right balanced encouragement. As a human being, I have the potential, I have the ability to do wonderful things, at least something good for myself or something good for others, and as well as for others. And that I will explore. That I will explore. How do you explore? You explore through what? Now you can just think like this, contemplate like this again and again. But if you really do not know how your mind works, you have no clue how it works. You are just telling yourself, I may be good enough, I may be good enough, but you don't know how good or how bad or how wonderful you are. You may be not knowing at all. Whole life you are repeating this like a mantra, like those parrots, but then not knowing how to know it, whether how good or bad it is. So Lord Buddha has given us wonderful tools. He said, use your mindfulness, use your sati. So wherever we go, whatever we do, you are studying, use your mindfulness, use your sati. Then you can be good in your studies. If you are working in your office, organization, you are running a business, a startup, whatever it is, use your mindfulness, use your wisdom, then you can be successful there. And that same mindfulness, when you carry inward deeper and deeper and observe your mind, then you know what potential you have. You know, yes, this I can do. This is possible for me to do. So develop mindfulness. If you are developing mindfulness, then this is your great tool. The Lord Buddha has given us this great tool, sati. And when we develop the sati, the wisdom also will come. Deeper understanding will also come gradually. And then you will know your true potential. And then you will be able to. And when you have this mindfulness, then you will always connect to the ordinary purpose and the higher purpose every day. You would not forget. You would not be absent-minded. You will remember, oh, I have a higher purpose. But if people don't have sati, even if they are able to achieve something because of some good actions they may have done in the past, they are likely to lose it soon. They are not likely to they wouldn't be able to build upon that to a higher level, because the mindfulness is not there. The right approach is not there. So we use this mindfulness in our day-to-day life, in our day-to-day practice, in our day-to-day work, in everything that we do. We learn and practice relentlessly so that everything we do becomes a practice of Dhamma. When we are talking, it becomes a practice of Dhamma. When we are eating, it becomes a practice of Dhamma. When we are not talking also, it becomes a practice of Dhamma. When we are doing things in our office, it becomes a practice of Dhamma. It becomes a practice of our highest potential. So that's how we develop. So whatever distractions you may face, don't hate them. Use them for your purpose. It has a purpose. If the social media is distracting, no. Okay, the social media has a positive side, a negative side. Am I connecting to the real purpose, or am I just connecting to something wrong? The problem is here, not outside. So remember, recollect, when you have the name or fame or success or wealth or whatever it is, go back to your purpose. Go back to the purpose. If you go back to the purpose, if you make it a habit to go back to the purpose, then you would not make many mistakes. But if you just stay at the surface level, then I do not see anybody saving you. So that's how we should cultivate our mind, our goodness, our qualities up to the highest potential. So with this Dhamma message, we will conclude the Dhamma talk for today. May all of you be able to contemplate upon this, understand it better and better, deeper and deeper. It's not just one time we hear, maybe you hear it again and again. And nowadays, the social media will let you hear again and again because it will be on YouTube. So you can hear it again and again if you need be. If the need be, you can hear it again and again. Use the social media and then reflect. Oh, this social media is wonderful. It is allowing me to hear something good again and again. Is that bad? No, that's not bad. So, okay, it has a good way. It has a good side as well. So I can connect to it. So we let our mind connect to the right circuits and not the short circuits. Maybe this is your mantra. Where there is a short circuit, I don't connect. Where there is a right circuit, if you have studied electricity, then you would be knowing there's a normal circuit, which is correct, and then there's short circuit. Don't connect to the short circuit, connect to the right circuit. Then it will be good enough. Remember, maybe you can make this your mantra. I will not connect to the short circuit, I will connect to the right circuit. And keep reflecting, remembering this. And with this, we will conclude. May all of you share these merits and reflect and develop your hearts to the highest potential as human beings and be a right example, a wonderful example for all of the whole world. We share all these merits with all beings. Sukhino Bhavantu.
Thank you very much, Bhanteji, for this wonderful Dhamma message, Dhamma discourse. Hope you have understood and hope you have gained much. Today, a lot of young people are here. That is also interesting to see young people, more and more young people are listening, enjoying the Dhamma talks and also commenting and sending messages. So you can see how it is so beneficial to young people, not 1 or 2 hundreds and thousands of people. In Sigalo Vada Sutta also, the Buddha told advices to Sigala, very, very simple and straightforward advices where these young people can go astray and how they can also come on the path. If you keep this mind, in this mind, this point of purpose, because there is negative force which can be more attractive, misleading your mind, then develop this positive force, positive power to the mind, give positive power to the mind. So when you have this purpose, higher purpose, the right goal, then you can turn. So it is interesting. Life is interesting. It is up to you how you make it. If you don't earn money, don't earn wealth, in the old age, you will be suffering, the Buddha says. If you are a monk, then you have to earn a lot of Dhamma and Punya. if you are layman, you have to earn a lot of punya, but along with that, you also have to earn rightly, with right livelihood, wealth. So there are so many interesting advices. Please, I advise all of you to read some suttas, small, not big ones, small messages of the Buddha. Thousands of teachings are there, thousands. So little by little, how youth can become better, youth can use their potentiality in a better way by giving inspiration, by giving direction. So for that, little by little, keep reading or hearing in whatever way you learn the Dhamma, that Dhamma Savana, Dhamma study is very important aspect. The Buddha says very important. If you don't know, then what can you do? If you know, then there is possibility to do something. There are so many messages and techniques that the Buddha tells. Try to know it. So then you can use one or the other in different situations. So once again, thank you, Banteji, for this, and thank you, Mr. Devarakondaji, for asking, requesting for the youth. Many youth would be benefited. Many people would be benefited. So we conclude here today's program. So today, any other thing you have? Huh? Diksha. Today there is a Diksha. Who is going to take Diksha? Have they come? उनको भी ये करने से अच्छा है ना. So Devarakondaji, today is your offering. So this offering is made. दिखाओ उनको. This is the food offering we are making to the Buddha on behalf of all of you. Please participate in this. Yeah, please. Mallikarjuna Vikram ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ? विक्रम, न्यू विक्रम, मल्लिकार्जुन BM नहीं आया. और ಫ್ರೆಂಡಾ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಜೊತೆಗೆ. ಸೊ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ್ ಅವರು ಬರಲಿ. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಊಟ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ लंच के बाद इनके साथ एक साथ करेगा. हाँ, अदरवाइज इट विल बी 2 times. क्या वो लोग ऑलरेडी लिया है क्या दीक्षा?
ये लास्ट टाइम आया था बनते संडे को आएगा पूरा.
नहीं, ये दीक्षा लिया या लेने वाला है?
लेने वाला है.
तो अभी आया नहीं है. So we conclude. May all the blessings come to Murthy Devarakonda ji, Anurag Devarakonda, Mrs. Rashmi Devarakonda, and all of you. And may Anurag continue to progress, and Mirare family, Upasikama, may they all progress. So we conclude with metta. Sukhi bhaveyami
Hitachami sukhi hontu. Majhata chatavekino. Yemam higama ketam hi. Sata hontu sukhi sada. Tato parang charatesu. Chakavale sujantuno. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. 12:30 ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರವಚನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಈಗ ಊಟದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯು ಇದೆ, ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. At 12:30 is the Kannada discourse. Please attend those who wish, and now lunch is arranged for all of you.